People often ask, what is wrong with our generation of activists? Why aren't students today, especially in Madison, active like the students of the late 1960s and early 1970s? However, this question needs to be asked differently. How has culture changed since then, and why does that make a difference in student activism today? In the late 1960s, culture was changing all over the United States, and even more radically in Madison. Young people were questioning traditional standards of how life should be lived. Madison Mayor Paul Soglin.
It's a cultural shift. The culture is probably the most determinative factor in regards to the growth of a community. For my generation, it was looking at the various injustices and contradictions between what we saw in America and what we'd been told was our reason for fighting World War II. No generation has had contradictions as great as that since, which is probably why we haven't seen that level of activism since.
A rebellious counterculture was the foundation of a youth generation where norms were questioned and authority was challenged. UW alum and activist David Williams participated in this upheaval.
We were rebelling in the name of personal freedom. We were rebelling against hard-fisted adult authority. We were rebelling against the society of the 1950s.
But today, most of that counterculture has been co-opted into capitalistic society and is normal to our generation.
The young people had to go up against a very rigid conservative power structure. Capitalist society has changed. It has adapted. It wasn't more than a short time before the bell-bottom jeans that we wore were being produced by the Gap.
This shift calls for a need of some cultural criticism and questioning to inspire the motivation to change things. Change is inevitable, and with change comes a shifting culture and different ideas about the world.